I just can't get over how gorgeous this place is. Just take a look at it. Absolutely stunning. What do you reckon, buddy? Are we gonna catch some fish? Yes, yes! Ew! How is that for a little bass? Well, g'day guys, welcome back out. So I've just spent the morning hiking down this really steep hill behind me, then to this pristine looking gorge. So I'm going to be spending the next 2 days hiking up and downstream, exploring the system and doing a bit of bass fishing along the way. I'm here with my good mate Sven, who's just about the most keen bass fisher I know. I'm going to make use of the early morning light and get a bit of fishing upstream. We've got about 6 k's until we enter the national park, so there's a lot of water to be fished. Fingers crossed we get onto something, but either way it's going to be an absolute epic trip, so yeah, hang around. What do you reckon, buddy? Are we going to catch some fish? Surely. Alrighty, well I've just started heading upstream and the system's looking really good. There's a bit more water than I thought there would be. It rained about 2 weeks ago, so it's obviously lift the system levels up a bit, but it's manageable. To start with, I've just chucked on this little Seaman frog lure. I'm going to be changing up the lures pretty regularly. So this time of year, the females head downstream to breed, so there's fewer fish in the system. So I really want to change up the lures and then hopefully find something that's going to entice something to eat. That's my logic anyway. We'll see how we go. But yeah, it's looking really good, so yeah, we'll keep heading upstream. Buddy, what are you doing? Scaring away all the fish, hey? What are you doing? Look at this. Old river turtle. Not sure what's happened to this guy, but very cool. What are you doing? You're after the lure. Hey? Hey, Sven. Yes, yes! 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 Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Yoo-hoo! Oh, Svenny! Oh, well, I just hooked into a nice little bass. And oh, I'm so stoked because honestly that was probably like my first proper cast. I'd fished a couple of pools down there but not properly. I had Sven just kind of disturbing the fish a bit too much, so I put him on the short lead, and yeah, that was literally probably the first cast. I was like, oh, you know, fish potentially on. And yeah, little fish just came up and he whacked it like 6 times. Oh, that was just epic. So epic. How's that for a little bass? Oh, yoo-hoo! How's that, Svenny? Oh, I'm stoked. I wasn't sure how this would go. It's very late in the season and typically the fishing's pretty slow up here at this time. So to have gotten a fish within the first sort of 5 minutes of fishing, today could be very epic. So I'm so excited. Anyway, I'll get a quick picture with this guy and then get him back in the water. Very keen to head upstream and get onto some more. Alright, well, I've hung on to this guy long enough, so yeah, gonna release him right where I caught him. Thank you, buddy. You were very good to me. There we go. Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, I'm absolutely stoked with that. First fish, monkey off the shoulders, 5 minutes into fishing. It really doesn't get much better. I've got the full day ahead of me, so we're going to continue on upstream, and yeah, hopefully we can get some more bass. Very, very keen. What do you reckon, buddy? How about that? Are you keen to get some more fish? Yeah, he's keen, alright. So gorgeous. I just can't get over how gorgeous this place is. Just take a look at it. Absolutely stunning. Honestly, like, bass fishing does not get any better than this. Walking up a pristine little stream, no one around, just you and your dog. This is heaven. I'm in heaven right now. Oh my god. Oh well, it might be time to change it up. I haven't had much luck on this past couple of pools, but yes, we're heading into some pretty deep pools up here, so yeah, I might chuck on something different. You reckon it's Svenny? Unfortunately, I got my lure stuck on the other side, so looks like I'm gonna have to do a swim for it. Unless you're gonna get it, eh? Oh, that's nippy. Oh, understand why the fishing's slow. That is not warm in there. What are you doing, doofus? This way. It is refreshing though.
I wanna take you to the after hour. Cactus flower, you're my cactus flower. You're my cactus flower.
Well, the fishing's been a bit slow the last couple of pulls, so I figured I'd change it up, and I've just chucked on this little nomad lure. It's called the Maverick, and you might see me use it in a couple of my other videos, but I find it works really well when the fishing's slow. It's one of those lures where the fish don't really hit it, they whack it. They just hit it so hard, so it can work well to sort of turn the fish on when it's a bit slower. But anyway, it's a really fun lure to use, so I'm keen to use it in the next few pulls, and then I might change it up again. But man, I'm loving it down here, eh? It's really special actually being here. For my 16th birthday, which is about 7 years ago now, I headed out with my dad, and I really wanted to go somewhere, you know, wild. So we brought up the topos and selected a spot and talked to some locals and got some intel, and this is what we came up with, this mission that I'm doing now. And yeah, I actually took Sven out on that trip as well. He was just a pup at the time, and oh, we had the best time. We got so many good fish, and that was really what kind of hooked me on the whole wild camping scene. Since then, I just have loved this place. I love coming back here, and I haven't been here in a while, so yeah, it's really good to be, you know, up in the mountains and getting fish as well. Especially now that Sven's a bit older, he loves it, so it's good to get him out.
As we continued on upstream, I was blown away by just how beautiful the system was. This time of year, everything felt alive, and the river seemed as healthy as it had ever been. I couldn't help but feel like this was exactly where I needed to be, walking up a pristine stream with Sven, and breathing in the crisp mountain air.
It's a shame I didn't bring my gear. It's actually a really awesome spot to camp just here. You've got this really nice gravel bed and looking straight up through this valley here. Yeah, it looks awesome, but I'm sure we'll find a good spot downstream later anyway. It's getting pretty close to lunch though, so might do the next couple of pulls and then have a rest and get a bite to eat.
One of the things I love about this place is the ever-changing environment as you continue higher up the system. The landscape diversifies, changing from open valley to steep-sided gorge, and the cascades grow larger and more powerful the further you travel. There's something new to see and witness around every corner, making it difficult to know when to turn around. The thought of the distance that fish must travel to make it up this far makes me appreciate the hardships of the Australian bass, which travel to and from the gorge every year, driven by powerful natural urges. The things they must see and witness along the way, I can barely imagine. They truly are an incredible species, and their story is just one of the many wonders of the natural world.
Oh well, the past couple of hours have been pretty slow going, unfortunately. I've changed up lures 5 or 6 times now, but yeah, I haven't enticed anything, so yeah, it's about 1 o'clock and I think I'm ready for some lunch, so there's a beautiful little spot just in front of me here, so might park it up for a minute and then have some lunch and then think about what I want to do this afternoon. I could just head back and set up camp, or I could spend another couple of hours heading upstream and doing a bit more fishing, so I'll just wait until I've had a bit of lunch and yeah, figure out what I want to do. What do you reckon? It's time for lunch? I reckon it's time for lunch, yeah? Yeah. For lunch there, I've just got some tuna and a Whittaker's bar. Lunch of legends. Alrighty, well, I've just finished up lunch and I'm feeling pretty energized, so I think I'm just gonna hit up and maybe flick the next couple of pulls, and at 2 o'clock I'm gonna pull the pin, head back and set up camp somewhere. I'd love to camp here. It's such a nice spot. You've got just casuarinas and beautiful little gully and a nice little rock pool here as well. But yeah, unfortunately my stuff's about 4k downstream, so yeah, that's the plan anyway. Hopefully we pick something up. If not, I'm just gonna trek it back and then set up camp. And we might have another little flick in the afternoon as well. No luck fishing those last 2 pools, unfortunately, but man, it is just so hard to turn around, eh? It's so beautiful here. It's just like every pool there's something different to look at, something new. It's just can't get enough of it, eh? But it is getting pretty late. Might head back and grab the things and then head downstream and try and find a really good camp to set up for the night. I think that's going to be a good use of time. I can't see me catching any fish up here. It's just too cool and too quiet at the moment, but maybe later in the afternoon they might turn on. I literally cannot get over how gorgeous this place is, eh? Like, I came here knowing the fish would be slow, but I don't even care. Like, it's just so beautiful. Just the gorge and the river sounds and clear flowing water, casuarinas and gum trees lining the banks. Like, literally does not get any better than this. Alright, well I just made it back to where I'd left my gear from this morning, and it took a little longer than I thought, but it's not an issue. The sun's still, you know, just above the horizon there, so we got plenty of afternoon light. Might grab my gear and just take it downstream. We'll see if we can find a good campsite down there. Oh, well, I've just finished walking 2k downstream and I've come across a little gravel bed that I marked out on the maps. It's not perfect, but I think it'll do for the night. I've got like a nice little sandy gravel bed beneath me here, and the light's starting to fade, so a bit short of options at this point. Anyway, I might get to work setting up the tarp shelter and then we can settle in for the night. Well, for the shelter tonight, I've just got this little homemade tarp. I made this about 1.5 years ago, and it's a bit smaller than a lot of the other tarps on the market, which I kind of like for these little overnight trips where yeah, you don't really need much. It's really just to keep the dew off. So yeah, I'm probably going to set it up and run a ridgeline from the tree behind me across, and yeah, just set up a simple shelter because it's nice and gravelly here and it's pretty comfy. Isn't it, mate? Sven's not happy about all the birds he got. They're going to take a while to pick out, aren't they? Alright, let's get set up. What do you reckon, mate? Oh well, gotta be happy with that, eh? What a pearler of a setup, I'm stoked. It's such a cool zone here, like, got the big valley down there and up there, and the sun's just starting to dip. Yeah, this is gonna be an epic camp tonight, I think. Well, for sleeping tonight, I'm just gonna lay out this little ground sheet. For bedding, I've just got this really old ether light. It's held up to the test of time, that's for sure. This one's actually been down in here a couple of times. And yeah, all the labels are starting to fade, but still comfy and still warm. And for sleeping bag, I've just got the Trek TK, also by Cedar Summit. And that's really good for pretty much year round. It's at maybe the middle of winter, which is why I do also have this reactor, which I brought for this trip thinking it might be cold overnight, but I can't see that happening, so I probably won't end up using this, but this is an absolute lifesaver. Call it the magic blanket. And then yeah, just a foam core pillow as well. I find the foam to be a lot more comfortable in air, and honestly my pack's light enough as it is, so yeah, it doesn't really bother me, that bit of extra weight. Oh well, camp's all set up now, so might get to work getting some firewood and yeah, start on cooking. But I might even go for a bass flick if we finish all that ahead of schedule. Bloody stoked to have camp set up. It's been such an epic day, and yeah, it's good to end it and just have a bit of time to kind of slow down, and I'm not like pressured to get back with light because yeah, everything's set up now. So often when I'm doing these sort of trips, I just can't pull the pin. I just keep saying like one more pull, and it's really hard to turn around when it's just such beautiful country. But I think I made the right decision today. The fishing was very slow throughout the middle of the day. It wasn't totally unexpected really. Like this time of year, April, is when the bigger fish start to move downstream to spawn. That's a really interesting species. They travel hundreds of kilometers up the fresh water to live in the fresh water, and then every year they'll go down during winter to breed, and that normally starts from the end of May through until late April, which explains why the fishing was pretty slow today. But I'm pretty stoked because, you know, I did get one fish, but pales in comparison to a trip I did with Juan just over a year ago. We did a pretty similar hike into a system that neighbors this one. Man, it was without a doubt the best bass trip we'd ever been on together. We just kept getting fish after fish after fish, and it was all 45 centimeter plus bass. Words can't describe how good that feels when you just put in the hard yards and then it finally pays off on a trip like that. And I was really keen to get back here a bit earlier in the year, and I just couldn't. Life just got in the way, but I'm glad that I came now. I just love this place. Just something about the wild, clear river and having it all to yourself. It's just freedom, basically, like no one around. Oh, there's nothing better really. And it's always good to take Sven out. He loves it. Like, he gets so buggered from all the swimming, but yeah, there's nowhere else he'd rather be. It's good to get a spot like this where it's a state forest that's squashed in between a labyrinth of national parks where you're actually allowed to take dogs. Yeah, stoked to have him out. Anyway, I think given that I've got a bit of light and I'm not that hungry just yet, I might just try and have a quick fish, see if I can snag another bass in the late afternoon. It's a better time now than it was during the day, so yeah, you never know, might get lucky. Yeah, this is why I don't catch fish.
Ooh. Yes, yes, yes.
Yoo-hoo! Oh yes! Ew! Oh, is that a fish? Ew! Oh, how is that? Yes! Oh, baby! Oh man, I'm stoked with that. It's nothing huge, but I'll take it. Oh yeah, I'm stoked with that. How is that for a little bass? Oh, you beauty! Ew! Love that. Mwah. Let's let him go. Thank you, buddy. Yoo-hoo! Oh well, second fish. I'm stoked with that. I hadn't even left camp really, like this pool's only 20 meters up from where I was. So to have pulled a bass straight off the mark, I'm very happy with that. I might just flick this one little zone up here and then yeah, I'll probably head back to camp because it's getting pretty late now. Alrighty, well, for tonight I'm going to be doing up some chorizo just with some roasted veggies and some couscous. I find chorizo is actually really good to take out in the bush just because you don't have to really worry about it too much, and yeah, it's also pretty tasty, so yeah, it should be a good meal anyway. Bloody awesome. The chorizo got a bit crispy, but oh well, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm very keen to rip into this. Oh well, I'll tell you what, today's been a big and hard day, but oh, this meal hopefully is going to rejuvenate my energy. But yeah, honestly, like I was umming and ahhing about coming because I thought, you know, chances of getting fish are slim. And I decided like last minute, you know what, I didn't even care. Even if I don't catch anything, I'm gonna enjoy it. Yeah, I'm safe to say I'm pretty glad I came out here tonight. Like, it's just such an awesome place and really resets you, gets you ready for, you know, the big next thing. It's, yeah, nothing beats coming out bush. But anyway, I've done pretty well with this, so yeah, I think I'm gonna rip in. Man, roasted veggies never tasted so good, eh? Alright. How you going, buddy? Oh well, it's starting to get pretty dark now, so yeah, I might just settle in, finish off dinner and get to bed. I'm pretty keen to get up early in the morning to go for another fish downstream. But yeah, hopefully it's going to be a dry night. There is some clouds coming over, so might get a little bit of rain, but we're not expecting much, so yeah, it should be alright. Alright, I'll see you in the morning. Oh, well, good morning. We've just woken up and had some brekkie after a really nice sleep. We didn't get disturbed by too much. Actually had a couple of rock wallabies hopping through the site. Didn't wake up Sven so much for being a guard dog, but anyway, yeah, it woke me up and it was really cool to see because yeah, I do a lot of work for rock wallabies at other colonies throughout New South Wales, and yeah, they used to be really widespread and now you only find them in a select few pockets, so yeah, it was pretty awesome to see them just hopping through the site. But anyway, yeah, we've finished brekkie, so we might make use of the low light now and go do a bit of fishing, and hopefully we can get onto a bass or two, and then when we come back we might just pack up the gear and head on out. But yeah, it's been a good trip so far, so hopefully we can finish on a high and get a couple of fish. I'm stoked. I've just been fishing this pool behind me. I haven't been filming much because unfortunately the camera's low, but I spotted a brush-tailed rock wallaby just up above where I was fishing and managed to get it on camera, which is really cool to see. They're just like such amazing creatures, eh? Just seeing them hop over the rocks never gets old. I actually came out about a year ago. Juan and we did a survey of this species. So we got helicoptered into a really remote gorge that neighbours this one, and yeah, spent 3 days getting photos of the brush-tailed rock wallabies to do an individual ID, and honestly it was one of the best experiences I've had. Like, it was just so cool, and just got this massive appreciation for them. They're just a remarkable species, and yeah, I wasn't expecting to see them down here, least of all while I was fishing, so yeah, very cool to see. Alright, well, I've just finished fishing. I think I'm going to head back and grab my gear. Unfortunately, I couldn't pick up a bass this morning, but yeah, it was pretty slow going. I did find some nice pulls, but yeah, couldn't entice anything to eat. Bit of a shame, but oh well, I still enjoyed it, and honestly, I could just keep going, eh? I reckon I could spend a week or two easily just exploring up and down this system. It's just so much fun, like coming across the next pool and exploring what's around every corner. You just, so addictive, you just want to keep going. But yeah, I probably should get back and grab my gear. It's about 10 o'clock now, and I want to be at the top of the hill by 12, so yeah, got a bit of a trek to do ahead of me. So yeah, gonna head back and pack up camp and get out of here. Alrighty, well, it's about 10:30 now and I've just finished packing up tents, so we're gonna head on upstream and then get up this big hill. But yeah, it's been a really good trip, and like, I'm so glad I came. It's just been such a great way to finish the bass season on the high, and it's got me really keen to come back down here again next season and hopefully get into some proper bass. But yeah, looking ahead, I guess, into winter, I'm very keen also to get into the cod fishing and also some trout fishing as well. So, but if you're still around, thanks heaps for watching. We're still fairly new channel, so yeah, if you enjoyed it, please let us know. Really keen to hear how you guys are finding the videos so far, and keen to make some more in the future as well. So yeah, stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.